catches their attention real quick. But I think the other side of it is, man, we're restoring a great rivalry. And it's first time for Arkansas to be back at DKR in quite some time. And so I know our guys are excited about that too. They've had to go there twice now, and they know what that environment was like. So for them to come here and to play in DKR, I know our guys are excited about the opportunity. But we need to be careful. I'll definitely say that.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little.
That's a guy that has a winning pedigree.
With Ty Richardson.
Not leads, double-digit leads.
And Tommy Kraft.
He is just such a jackwagon, it appears.
This is The Morning Rush.
So Steve Sarkisian, head coach for the Texas Longhorns, talking about this upcoming matchup with the Razorbacks, in which he kind of went over some of the games and the unfortunate happenings that has occurred for this football program this year. Trap game, Tommy? He got asked about it. Is it?
I don't think so, just based on what happened last week and what has to happen to even have a outside shot at the college football playoff. They've got to run the table the rest of the way, and, I don't know how it could be a trap game.
They're rooting for Vanderbilt to lose. They're rooting for Oklahoma to lose, and they're hoping to beat not just the Razorbacks this weekend, but the Aggies.
Got to help and win, too.
Yep. So the talk of the town across Arkansas, of course, it's Texas week. Did you know what Cloudflare was prior to this morning? I get here at 5 a.m., and there's multiple websites that aren't working. And I'm like, what's going on? Our text line wasn't working, and I was just like, what is the issue? And
we're not talking about clouds in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
We're talking about clouds online.
Apparently, this software or something runs and is a part of so many websites across the internet, and many were malfunctioning this morning. I had no idea what it was prior to this morning, but I learned something new at about 5 a.m. this morning.
So you're not going to explain it to us, huh?
I mean, to go into extreme detail.
Yes, please do.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know. There's these companies. I know it's Amazon Web Services, known as AWS, and there's a couple of these that's what they do, and it's not wildly talked about. But I know I've been
when it breaks down.
I know I'm involved in some projects and some AI stuff and some different things that we do other than this radio show, and we involve companies like AWS. You say, well, what is that? Well, that's Amazon Web Services, and they do stuff that, way over my head, but I know that the world depends on it anymore.
Bruce, Dan, Pradco Fishing's here. Do you guys use Cloudflare for LearnNet.com or any Pradco stuff y'all do?
I thought you were talking about Ric Flair's brother.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
I was looking out the window up in the sky when you said Cloudflare.
Tommy,
so.
You run a business, obviously. They've probably come up with more ways to not get your shows on the radio than you can imagine since you've been doing this.
Well, I mean, we've went from literally being wired up to a microwave dish to send the signal to the tower to now everything rides on the internet. I mean, you can live without a lot of things, but the internet's not one of them. So when a piece of the internet breaks, the world stops, and it's kind of scary.
That's just one. Have you guys ever seen? I think it's the fourth version of Live Free, Die Hard, and the concept of a fire sale where you attack the United States from a software standpoint, and it messes up. Well, I mean, this morning we've had issues in various things, but I was like, I didn't realize how many websites and different things we utilize here around the radio station use this, but apparently we do. So hopefully it's resolved. It's like halfway resolved, I think. So hopefully by the end of the day it is.
Does the 7 Brew app still work?
Does the 7? I don't know. I don't.
If 7 Brew app still works, it'll be okay at my house. As long as 7 Brew's app works, we'll be okay.
What is spent more, or what money do you have to use more on Amazon or 7 Brew? Is that like an everyday thing?
No,
that's
not
like
anymore,
$6 or $7, isn't it?
Minimum.
More than that
per. Seems like Walmart.com, now that they just bring it to your door, now that we have just fully embraced laziness and you just hit a button and they bring it to the door, I think Walmart gets more money now than anybody from us.
I'll tell you that.
So give some money to the football program.
The two Arkansas-based companies that have gone from being local to nationwide in what seems like a very small amount of time is Slim's and 7 Brew.
Yeah,
I feel like Cane's is the Louisiana company that I dealt with this weekend that went across the board, but those are the two I feel like are now everywhere you go.
Yeah. All right, that's where we begin. If you're headed up for the holidays or maybe for a ball game against Missouri or maybe a basketball game tonight, the Inn at the Mill's the place to stay in Northwest Arkansas, 479-443-1800. Large, oversized suites, great location off the Johnson exit, off I-49 at exit 69. Great breakfast to start the day. Fast internet that's not affected by cloud flares. They've got internet working there, great TV and all that at the Inn at the Mill. 479-443-1800 or online at innatthemill.com.
Got to hear from Bobby Petrino talking about this Texas matchup. He was with the media yesterday, coaching stuff with James Franklin going to Blacksburg, Lane Kiffin, and the drama in Oxford and Baton Rouge and Gainesville, which will be our opening drive coming up. Bruce, do you got any initial thoughts on this game this weekend with Arkansas and Texas? You obviously covered the team for a number of years. You know the significance of this rivalry, not just in this state, but really what it used to be in college football overall.
I think everybody's waiting to see what's going to happen in the fourth quarter of this game. What little twist can happen?
What's left on our bingo card?
What nuance can happen to cause a 1-point defeat this time? Do we need an overtime loss? Is that like an 8 overtime loss?
I think that hasn't happened yet. Has it, Tommy?
I'm going checking the bingo card. That square is open still.
So overtime. So Arkansas goes to Austin. We're putting this out there in the ether already. Arkansas goes to Austin. Arch, Talon duel it out, and the Longhorns.
I think you need 8 scoreless periods of overtime, and Talon finally holds on to the ball in the 9th, and Arch throws a pick. Maybe that'll happen.
That would be great. You're going up against a tough defense this weekend in Austin, Texas. Well, that's the. I know we're going to talk a little bit tomorrow. It's kind of a light weekend, Tommy. We're going to, and I know that's kind of one of your beefs. So we'll save that for tomorrow. But this is one of the better games of the weekend. But
tells you all you need to know right there.
Yeah, the conversation is not necessarily on this weekend. It's around what's happening in Auburn, Alabama, Oxford, Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Fayetteville, Arkansas, and also Gainesville, Florida. And there's recent reports out there that I want to get into on Lane Kiffin, your favorite coach, right, Bruce? Favorite person? Love him. Yeah. All right, that's our opening drive.
Get your popcorn ready. He's a gifted offensive mind. He doesn't call the plays anymore, but he obviously has a big hand in the game plan, and does a really nice job. But if you're Ole Miss and you've done everything to stay ahead, I could certainly imagine your urgency to he's your competitive advantage now too, and they have done everything to keep him.
That's a interesting take.
You'll probably get us next year, they don't think that's funny, like then one of them side texts me like, hey man, you shouldn't have said that, Kirby's pissed off, and I'm like, dude, it's just a game, relax, we're buddies.
Does anybody drink Coke? You realize that 130% of your sugar for the entire day is in this one bottle.
This is the opening drive.
He never shies away from the microphone. Don't
you hate that guy that's lost 25 or 30 pounds like Lane has? And then he wants to point out, now he's the dietitian for the world. Hey, this bottle here has got 130% of the sugar for your daily intake here. You're bad. You're a bad person.
Pittman never.
Anyway.
So multiple reports. I'm trying to track down as many of these as I can because I feel like they come in by the hour. I'll start with this one since he mentioned Kirby Smart there. Football Scoop is reporting that LSU's got an offer to Kiffin that would make him the highest paid coach in college football. After the governor basically said that we're gonna stop doing stuff like that, but apparently the
governor has been muzzled for about 3 weeks, so let's quit worrying about what the governor said because I don't think it matters.
Apparently the AD and the president are on board, according to Football Scoop. You've got the reports out there from NOAA.com that Layla and Landry were just in Baton Rouge, and then also apparently made a trip to Gainesville on Sunday. So
now, wasn't there also what is it? A TikTok or something that Landry did that had an LSU T-shirt on, which is
I have not seen that.
She had a T-shirt on and did some effect, and it went to a blue and white dress or something, but. Her boyfriend's there. Anyway, it was left open for interpretation.
Look at that. You're the TikTok reporter. I haven't even seen that yet. So apparently, in addition to the report from NOAA.com, we've got a TikTok report as well.
Live from the French Quarter, Tommy Kraft, ESPN Arkansas.
And then the last report, and I think this basically sums it up. Another report out there that Ole Miss has given Lane Kiffin a deadline till the Egg Bowl to make a decision if he's going to coach or not, because they don't want him to be in the playoff and then basically taking a job either right after or whatever.
Oh, he could leave them holding the bag so bad.
You know what this reminds me of, Tommy and Bruce? It reminds me of Schlossnagel in College Station, where there were pretty good indications he was leaving, and in the midst of a 3-game series, you're wondering if you're an Aggies fan, hey, is this guy going to stay in College Station with us, or is he going to our arch bitter rival, which is what LSU is to Ole Miss, and Florida's by no means a friend, but not the same degree. Are they going to go elsewhere? Now, the timeline is a little longer because it's felt like that this has been ongoing for a few weeks now. But that's kind of where I thought when I was thinking about this, that's kind of where my mind went.
First thing I thought of, and Tommy, you'll remember this. This is long before Ty was born. Was when Bill Frieder was the Michigan coach, and they were heading into the NCAA tournament, and he had taken the Arizona State job before the NCAA tournament. Bo Schembechler said, "Well, I want a Michigan man coaching Michigan, so you can go on to Arizona State." Steve Carr won 6 games. Michigan won the national championship, and Bill Frieder didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
Could Ole Miss say that? Like, well, they ain't go on to Florida or wherever, and hey, with Chambliss, they're good enough. They're good enough.
Do you think that? But isn't that lame? I mean, this is a guy. What were your thoughts of the Ole Miss job before Lane Kiffin started?
Solid job.
Going?
It's a solid job.
But he's 54-19. This is going to be their
He's
first.
He's not won anything. No trophies.
That's true.
No SEC championship games.
That could change this year with Alabama
no
losing.
Playoff yet.
Does the championship game matter? To me, it does not matter like it once
did.
When we
had divisions, it mattered.
But I think for Ole Miss, where they're at, it's get to the playoff and win a game, and then I think you've really elevated the Ole Miss job in the program at that point.
The thing he does, he relates to players, obviously, and they want to go there. There's no other reason to go to Oxford except to go tailgate at the Grove or to go play for Lincoln.
And their food is fantastic as well. Well, see, Tommy, you were talking about TikTok.
Chief amongst all the reasons, the food, yes.
So if you were Hunter Yurchek, would you take Landry and Layla to like Riff Raff? What would you show them? What would you show the family of the Kiffins in Fayetteville? Trying to like the square. I don't know what they showed them in Baton Rouge or Gainesville if that ended up actually happening. But if you're taking females to Northwest Arkansas, the daughter and ex-wife, and I think they're rekindled relationship-wise, what do you show them in Northwest Arkansas?
All the nice houses they could live in. All the nice shopping they could have fun with. How close the airport is to get on the school plane because we're going to include so many hours for you to get to Destin or wherever you want to go.
Look, these are they don't have those in Gainesville.
Right. So if I was going to make my case to those ladies, it would be, look how nice these houses are here. Look how nice these subdivisions are. Look how nice the pool is in this home. It's not for sale, but it will be if you move here.
Look how many Walmarts we have.
Yeah, and they'll bring it right to your door. So I would be playing up the amenities of Northwest Arkansas and how good your life can be. Hey, look, no traffic jams. Look, we can get up I-49, up and down I-49 at ease.
4 to 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them at 2:00 in the afternoon. That would be what I would be selling. All right, that's the opening drive this morning, brought to you by Joe's Grill and Cantina. Saturday, they'll have half-price apps and cheap taps for you for the game for Arkansas and Texas. Wear your hog gear. Call the Hogs with your fellow Hog fans and get all your favorite appetizers like the 7-layer dip, the Mexican pizza, the mini taquitos, the cheese dip with the taco meat in it. I mean, the list goes on and on. Half price on all the appetizers, and the beers on tap are cheap as well. Half price apps, cheap taps, Joe's Grill and Cantina for the game this Saturday during the Hog game. That's Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street. Across from Harps.
She had a big upset in Tuscaloosa. Georgia took care of business against Texas. What do the rankings, the real ones, not those lame college football playoff rankings,
Those mean nothing.
What do the Pradco Pyramid of Power rankings look like Let's find out.
LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com. There you
Chrome
go.
blackback, Chrome blackback, Chrome blackback.
Who are the best football teams in the SEC? Let's find out.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
This is the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Number one's pretty easy. I know they didn't have it easy against South Carolina, but the 10-0 Aggies, who are 7-0 and one win away against their arch rival in a couple of weeks from having an undefeated SEC season. Who would have bet on a undefeated SEC season? It hadn't happened yet, but would you have thought way back when that it would even be possible going into the final week? I got A&M at number one. They have Sanford this weekend at home to get their 11th win of the year. A&M, the Aggies, we're just waiting on them to slip on the banana peel. They are number one.
You know what that meant, Sanford and Son?
It's a band, right?
Red Fox, Lamont. Come on, man.
You big dummy. Come on, you big dummy.
It's the big one.
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. You don't know what Sanford and Sons is?
70 sitcom, man.
Go YouTube some episodes.
Yeah.
Sanford
You big
and Son.
dummy.
I still,
Lamont, you big
when
dummy.
you're down 30-3, I never understand how that happens. That you come out, everything reverses. You don't score a point, and you score just enough points to win after you couldn't do anything.
But they won.
They did.
But they won.
Did. It was amazing.
and with Alabama slipping, there's no way to not keep A&M at number one this week. I got Georgia moved up to number two. They are done in SEC play and finish at 7-1. They got Charlotte this week before Georgia Tech in the closer. I got Georgia at number two.
I love the sideline shots during the onside kick. That was so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL misses that. That's something they took out of the game.
Yeah, why? Okay, what is the rationale for you got to tell us if you're going to do an onside kick? It takes away the excitement and the surprise. I think it's stupid. I'm with you.
Great
Bruce.
coaching, though.
Yeah. Georgia two. Georgia two. All right. Ole Miss at number three this week. They're 6-1. They're on a bye this week. They are looking for their 11th win and their final, or looking to go 11-1 when they take on Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl on a bye this week. I got Ole Miss after the Alabama loss at number three.
Yeah, my scheduling manager, Tyler Collier, lives in Greenwood. He's worked for Pradco for almost 40 years. Lifelong Gators fan, season ticket holder. Went to the Grove for the first time. Saw a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
But Ole Miss had just enough at the end. Here's what's going to happen, though. Florida's going to beat Tennessee this week.
You think so?
Yeah, we can't win now.
Yeah. Ole Miss at three.
Ole Miss at 3.
All right, I'm moving OU from 6-4 after the win over Alabama. I've got OU, who's got Missouri this week at home. I got Boomer Sooner at 4th in the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Yeah, I was hooting and hollering. I don't even know why when they beat Alabama. And Wyann's like, "Why are you cheering for Oklahoma?" And she looked at the score and said, "Oh, they're beating Alabama." I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Out of character. Number 4.
The lesser
So
of two evils.
That's some evil.
So we have agreed 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've got Alabama moving from near the top, at the top, down to number 5 this week after the loss to OU. Alabama at number 5. They've got a tough one this week against Eastern Illinois at home.
I agree with you. Here's my deal. Can Auburn find something to show up in that game at Bryant-Denny? Can that be a close game?
Yeah. Yes, because Alabama's let some teams hang around this week. Okay. And then I got Texas at number 6. They've been the opposite of Arkansas. They have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, or it's seemingly a few times. Arkansas has found ways to lose close. Texas always seems to find a way to win close more often than not. They're better than Vanderbilt at this point. They're better than Missouri. They're better than Tennessee at this point in the season. So kind of by default, Texas is number 6.
Well, I got to root for somebody from Tennessee, so I'm going Vanderbilt.
All right.
They're 8-2 and 4-2. And here's the funny thing. Normally, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Vanderbilt loses those games. I think it will be tough against Kentucky this week, but I think if they win those 2 games, I think they could be in the playoffs.
All right, so A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Bama, And then I've got Texas at 6, Vandy at 6 for Bruce. Where are we right? Where are we wrong, Ty?
I would just partially because I don't like Texas put Vandy in there where Bruce has got them.
How did that game come out head to head?
They lost.
You're
by
finally
3.
going head to head. You've not been doing that all year.
Yeah,
now
they
you're
lost.
Finally doing
They
it.
lost. They lost in that game. But I'm like Bruce. I think that Vanderbilt could end up in the playoff, and Texas is rooting for them and OU to lose for their outside chance looking in.
All right. That's the Pradco Pyramid of Power, LureNet.com, as we talked about there in the outro or the intro, where there has everything you need. And it's the holiday season coming up. Are y'all going to have some Black Friday specials?
I'm glad you brought that up. They're on there right now. You go to LureNet.com. I think we've got 136 different lures that are up to 50% off on LureNet.com.
Wow.
They're from brands like Booyah and Yum and Cotton Cordell and Bomber, crankbaits, topwaters, jigs, spinnerbaits. If you want to find something on sale to stock the stuffing or to stock the stocking of your favorite fisherman for Christmas, go to LureNet.com, up to 50% off right now.
And is there a limit on how many you can buy?
No.
No.
Buy all you want.
Buy all you want.
Please.
Yeah. So LureNet.com, or stop in at your favorite tackle shops everywhere. Load up your favorite anglers' Christmas stocking this year with some great Arkansas brands like Rebel, Yum, Booyah, and more. Again, that's LureNet.com. Bruce, good to see you. We'll do it again next week.
All right. See y'all.
What's the status of Braylon Russell? We'll tell you when we come back.
Cinco was for the greatest player that ever lived, Jericho Nelson. Man, did he know how to play Cinco?
Nelson tackled him, actually took his helmet off.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.
Hey, Raleigh, what state's famous for their small drinks?
Raleigh don't.
Matt, I gotta try. What state is famous for the smallest drinks?
Minnesota.
See, I told you.
Yeah, his dad jokes are so legendary.
Anyway, stop by the store at 989 South Razorback Road next time you're in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479 That's 479-782-3486.
Or shop the Googleator, Facegram, Interweb page.
Dad, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Rudy's Holiday Spiral Glazed Hams and Turkey Breasts are back. The perfect choice for your family table, bursting with that signature sweet and smoky flavor that everyone loves. Planning a Friendsgiving or a game day party? Rudy's Group Meals have you covered. With 3 100% oak smoked meats, 3 of Rudy's famous sides, and all the fixings to feed your crew right. Don't wait until the clock runs out. Order today at rudys.com and make this holiday one to remember.
You know what's great about video? It does not lie. Woo!
This is the Morning Rush.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment, or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Are you an electrician that's looking for a smaller, non-corporate job? Well, I'm here in studio with Sloan Walker of Sloan Electric. Sloan, what do you currently have open?
2 journeyman spots open and a 4th-year apprentice. If you have 1 to 2 years experience with those, you'd be a great fit for my company. We do residential, commercial, and industrial installs. Normal working hours are 8 to 4:30, so you can focus on your home life outside of your career. Best way to get in contact with me is just give me a phone call or text at 479-461-4302. Sloan Electric. We can power up together.
Have you had Cheerwine yet? The cherry flavor soda has had people coming back since 1917. This is RD with Platinum Distributing. We help bring Cheerwine to the River Valley for you to try. Nothing goes with food like Cheerwine. Burgers, barbecue, pizza, you name it. Okay, now we're hungry and thirsty. Cheerwine is a one-of-a-kind soft drink with a unique cherry taste that has been delighting Southerners for more than a century. Pick up Cheerwine at your local Jam Mart, Harps, and other fine establishments. Cheerwine, uniquely Southern since 1917.
It's the season for shopping the store that honors Christ all year long. It's the season for shopping the Solid Rock. Lots of gift ideas, including home decor, greeting cards, books, women's boutique items, and of course, Bibles. And while you're there, make your gift extra special with custom laser engraving, pins, cutting boards, wallets, Bibles, and more. Lots of selections to choose from or ask about custom orders. The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th in Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, family owned and serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
Stop in for big savings on their 2-day Christmas open house on November 21st and 22nd.
It's time for the annual 5K Mercy Turkey Run. Join us Thanksgiving morning, Thursday, November 27th, and start your holiday off on the right foot. Every participant receives a medal and t-shirt, and winners take home the pie. Don't forget about the individual and group costume contest. Make sure to register before Wednesday, November 26th at noon to join the fun. Mercy Turkey Run is proudly presented by Cherokee Casino and Hotel and Ware Construction. Bring your family and friends to Do It for the Pie. Register today at mercyhealthfoundation.net/turkey run.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. Ew, yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, Woo Big Suey. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Braylon was weird. He ran into our fullback, and then he was out for the game with the concussion protocol.
Does that mean he's out this week too?
I don't know. You know, we have to see how that goes. It just happened like in a non-contact drill, and he ran in and hit his own guy, and we'll just see how he comes back from it.
Here, Tom Murphy's voice there. He'll be with us in about 30 minutes from now, but that's just another tough break.
In a non-contact drill, you get a concussion.
Maybe he just slipped and landed into. I'm gonna guess.
You wouldn't think there'd be enough foot speed gathered. I don't know. I mean, we weren't there. We didn't see it, but that was a loss last week for sure.
Yeah. We talked about the goal line, and I know Petrino was very honest, and in fact, it's like Cam's going to be a good player for us, talking about Cam Settles, young kid from Parkview. But I just watching Braylon this season, he's punched those in, and I just kind of think that if he's in there, they score on that play, and you don't have the the fourth down stand for LSU. Give them credit, but that was one of the key moments in the ball game. You're facing another really good defense this weekend when you think about the Texas Longhorns, who rank the top 15 in a lot of different categories. Scoring defense, they're number 3 with 36 sacks in the country. They have 70 tackles for loss, and they're number 12 in turnover margin at 2.
You're playing another team that's got a good defense and a so-so offense. I mean, that's kind of been the story of the last few weeks. LSU, would you describe them as a good defense and a so-so offense? I mean, you can kind of go backwards and go through a lot of teams that, not quite the complete package, but defensively they're really good. And we'll see if Arkansas can get some points on this Texas defense. But Can the defense? I mean, you'd like to think that if you could hold someone to 23 points again, you'd win the football game. If I'd have told you LSU was only going to score 23 points,
I would have thought we would have won.
You'd be broke today,
Good
wouldn't
point.
you?
Yep, nope.
I'd have had to pick you up for work this morning because you'd have no car.
I would have no car because I would have bet it all on Arkansas winning that game. Unfortunately, we know I did think I was like, because I bet.
I told you 23 points for LSU and Arkansas gets a special team score. Oh my God, Tommy, can I borrow some money? Well, bet it all. Bet the farm. Bet part of your farm. I mean, so in the end, we've got to get this offense to scoring some points and completing some possessions.
Yes, that game's at 2:30 this Saturday on ABC. They also made the announcement yesterday that the Missouri game, which was originally slated at night from 5 to 7.
What's funny about it?
It's now at 2:30 on the SEC network. The headline that Matt Jones had in his Whole Hog Sports article, at the request of ESPN, I'll fill in the blanks, because Arkansas stinks and Missouri's not any good either because they have a backup quarterback. They've agreed to move their November game from the night till the afternoon. First time since '94 you haven't had a night game at Razorback Stadium.
Why are you laughing about it?
Because you suck. That's what's funny.
That's what's funny. It's like you're.
Guys, I don't think you suck. I think you're the best 2-8 team in the country.
Hey, get them all in a tournament. Let them play.
I don't like talking about a bad football team, but that's just where that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
All right, that is your Hog Update here on this Talk of the Town Tuesday. Our Hog Update always brought to you by our friend at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Speaking of Talk of the Town, Tommy, Holden's got some new buzzers and different gizmos. So are you ready for that coming up in
Yes.
about 45 minutes post-Tom?
I am.
Okay. All right, just wanted to make sure.
I was looking. There was actually some research done. Do you know the other 2-8 teams in the country right now?
Oh, geez.
If my research is correct, Colorado State, UTEP, Sam Houston State, and Nevada would be the others. I stand on my statement
That we're the best 2-8 team.
that Arkansas is the best 2-8 team in the country.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not 2-8. That's Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi. Based on their Google reviews, like a 4.8 and 4.9, they're up there at the top of the list, which would probably put them on the verge of a college football playoff appearance, unlike our Razorbacks. David, is that a fair assessment?
I hope so.
I think
I hope that's legit. Yeah, we'll go with it. I hope
Okay.
that's right.
Well, I was talking to you a little bit. I know you guys still have the 0% on the Mitsubishis, and that's just not one vehicle. It's all Mitsubishis. Plus, there's been price reduction. We even got your dad down in Fort Smith on some price reductions. Whether it's in Springdale and Fort Smith, you got stuff at both lots.
Yeah, so we just wrapped up that sales tax paid promo, and we don't really like to sit on our hands for very long, so we kind of messed around. We did a whole bunch of price reductions, and basically, if you didn't take advantage of that promo, you're still you've got a chance to save it, about that same money or more with what we got going on right now. That's new cars, pre-owned, everything. We shot everything in the head pretty good on, bringing the pricing down and trying to get real aggressive on it. We're trying really hard to flip the entire inventory by about Christmas. That's what we're really trying to do. So we got a lot of fresh stuff, which kind of goes against trying to flip the lot, but we can't quit buying stuff either. So we got a lot of fresh stuff right now, some cool trucks. We got a lot of really nice stuff on both lots. And those things are really price aggressive. We're trying to undercut the market, trying to be really aggressive there, save folks the money. And we're doing that on the new cars too. Mitsubishi's already kind of considered a value brand. You got a lot of car for your money there. All the tariff stuff kind of calmed down, and we've been able to price reduce a lot of that stuff to try to get a really good value for people. So whether you are able to take advantage of 0% rates or not, you're still going to save a ton of money. I think I saw one of them, and with available rebates and dealer discounts, we were over $5,000 back of MSRP on it. So you got a lot of chances to save money there.
Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Our buddy David Rath always bringing it, unlike, unfortunately, this football team this season. David, good stuff, man.
Appreciate you, man. You guys have a good one.
We got a lot to get to. Morning Rush Daily question coming up. I know this weekend, when I was driving this past weekend, when I was driving to Baton Rouge, I took advantage of the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. So you can be listening across Arkansas. Maybe you're not around one of our radio stations. You can be listening all over the place. We had someone text in earlier from North Carolina. Guarantee you he is listening on the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. All right, so when we come back, we'll get to that. Plus, we'll maybe inspect a little more Tommy's statement because I think he's accurate. You do have the best 2-8 team in the country.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using an Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
I don't recall. Maybe I was too intoxicated and didn't see him out there, but I don't recall putting him out there.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. All this month, take advantage of huge discounts on our road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
Freshen up your golf game at the Golf Nut. We've got the latest apparel and head covers from Pins and Aces, plus new shirts and shorts from Red Vanley. Ghost golf bags are here in Sunday bag, carry, and card 14 styles. Zero torque putters are the hottest thing on the greens. Check out our models from TaylorMade, Lab Golf, and Odyssey. For precision on every shot, we've got rangefinders from Blue Tees and Bushnell. Visit the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
It's always good to be home for the holidays. So if you are currently looking for a different rental, or you're new to the area and looking for your first rental in the River Valley, Marshall's Management has you covered. Apartments, duplexes, and single-family homes are all part of Marshall's rental inventory. And currently, Marshall's is offering holiday specials with big discounts on first month's rent and signing gifts to help you enjoy the holidays in your new home. Check out availability at marshallsrentals.com and get your unit picked out before they're all gone.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
To $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Virginia Tech got their guy, James Franklin, officially the next head coach at Virginia Tech. So the Morning Rush Daily Question brought to you by CartPath Social. Who's next? Who is next to hire a coach? It's the only job that's been filled at this point. Arkansas, Auburn, Colorado State, Florida, LSU, Oklahoma State, Oregon State, Stanford, UAB, and UCLA. All searching for a coach. Guys, who's next in the Power Four?
You forgot about, Power Four, okay.
I'm talking about Power Four job.
All right, because
well, that's not even Power Four because you got UAB on that list,
the
too.
Golden Flash kept their interim and named him the successor of whoever they fired, but of Kent State. I would think this Lane Kiffin saga is going to drone out, so I wouldn't say LSU or Florida. Can you say like a current school that's currently occupied by a sitting head coach, or does it have to be one of the jobs that are?
No, I mean, who is next to hire a coach?
It would have to be someone that's going after someone that's on the sidelines right now, because you're not going to, not the sidelines, excuse me, not on the sidelines.
On the beach.
Yeah, that's, or doing TV or something of that nature. Ugh. Oklahoma State? I don't have a great feel for that. What do you think? That's the worst answer I've ever given on one of these.
It was pretty bad. I think none of these jobs really get filled until maybe a day or two before, maybe like the Black Friday. Word starts to break maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and someone's got a deal done. But I'm like you. I don't think a lot of these jobs are going to fill any sooner than Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So who's first on that list, I don't know. But I don't think it will be one of the SEC schools. I think you'll see someone like a Colorado State or a UAB who knows they're not competing for the same coaches that these SEC schools are, will probably fill because they're going after a different hire.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my guess at this point. So I'm going to go with one of the names you want to try. As far as SEC schools, Arkansas should be the first to fill because they've been at it longer than any other SEC school searching for their guy, right?
Yeah, because Florida came up. It went Arkansas, Florida, LSU, and then Auburn, right? That's my timeline, correct?
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
I mean,
Arkansas's had more time.
I personally think you're going to hear Auburn announce Summerall before you hear what Florida decides to do, what LSU decides to do, what Arkansas decides to do. I think that would be.
I think there's more pressure probably on the LSU job to get filled, and Kiffin's going to have to bleep or get off the pot pretty soon if he's truly interested in the LSU job, or if he's just interested in an Ole Miss raise and extension.
They had people in Baton Rouge at the airport there hiding in the bushes, filming airplanes all day long just to see if maybe Lane Kiffin in disguise stepped off of one of them.
Yeah, it is the bye week this week for Ole Miss. It makes it more interesting. Roger's saying Hunter's waiting for Black Friday to get a coach at half price.
Well,
good text, Roger. 877-377-6963, Lewis Automotive Group Hotline.
Good on Virginia Tech. I mean, James Franklin, 6 10-plus win seasons in his time at Penn State. I mean, they've hired him a serious coach. So
you're not going to play a lot of top 10 teams in Blacksburg consistently in the ACC. So that could be a very, very good fit.
Virginia Tech has won 10 games only one time in the last 14 years. That was in 2016. So
guessing that was that still Beamer, or is that?
No, that would have been Beamer left in 15.
Fuente?
That would have been Justin Fuente.
He came over from so he did it with Beamer.
What year did we play them in the Belk Bowl?
So that would have been after the 2016 season.
All right. So we were their 10th win, maybe?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah. That
hurts.
If Drew Morgan had just touched the pylon with the football instead of that touchback, that's one of them crossroads moments.
There's plenty of those in the Bielema era.
Well, I don't think you lose that game if you score that touchdown.
Because what would that have put him
Or
up?
you buy your supplies.
31? Would it put him up? 28 maybe?
Yeah.
Same with the tripping play on Dan Skipper, and I think that would have been 2014 against A&M. Would have gone up like 21 in the late third or early fourth quarter. And yeah, there's plenty of those. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush daily question. If you're looking for a Christmas party destination, you're a manager, you're an owner, maybe just a birthday party, mom or dad, and you're planning a birthday party, then choose Cart Pass Social. It's a great place for the kids or the coworkers to hang out. Gift cards are the perfect stocking stuffers this holiday season. It's BYOB at Cart Pass Social, and there's no golf attire required. 122 Grant Place in Lowell, 479-487-3622, or go to cartpasssocial.com. It's BYOB at Cart Pass Social. Wookie texting in from Fayetteville. Virginia Tech gave Penn State a get-out-of-jail cheap card. They should have hired Franklin for $2 million a year at 5 years and let Penn State play more. I don't think you can.
You can't do that. I mean, you can do that. But he's going to end up in a lawsuit. They negotiated, and he got his buyout down to $9 million. So he's going to get $9 million. I don't know if that was lump or overtime, but Penn State did get off the hook for most of it, which is why you do the buyouts the way you do, and you require him to find work. And they negotiated to, hey, he gets $9 million, and he's now the head coach at Virginia Tech. That matter is settled.
We were talking about the Lane Kiffin reports earlier with Bruce, and I'll sum it up as this. There's a report out there that LSU's trying to make him the highest paid coach in college football. There's reports that Gainesville and Baton Rouge have been two destinations the last 2 days for his family members that they visited, and Ole Miss has given him a deadline at the Egg Bowl to make a decision. Haven't heard a lot from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch or a newspaper that covers Missouri and Eli Drinkowitz about his status. We got a text in from Drew asking about when Drake leaves. Has your thought process changed on who of the two is more likely to leave his current school between Drink and Kiffin?
I don't know that I really had a thought. I still think Lane stays at Ole Miss in the end.
Okay.
I think they're going to LSU can talk about making him the highest paid coach. More money is not going to change his lifestyle, security, and where his family wants to be. And I think in the end, it's probably the ladies of the house. And where do they want to live? Do they want to live in Baton Rouge or do they want to live in Oxford? I think that's probably, I can't speak for what goes on inside the walls of the Kiffin house, but I think they have more say just based on the perception of where he's at with his kids and his first wife being back in the mix and all these I just think their voice in all this probably matters more than we maybe want to wait.
Eric, listening in Boonville this morning, asking if there's been any more talk of Dabo Swinney leaving Clemson. Haven't heard anything from the different outlets that cover it on that. That, again, just because you hear something, sometimes people
just throw things out there.
Yeah, or people intentionally want that to get out. Like, who's to say that CA and Jimmy Sexton didn't leak that information to NOLA.com and some of this
if they were going to leak information, it would be about one of the higher profile jobs like you're talking about with New Orleans. Some of these names are not being leaked to being around the Arkansas job. But that's could Dabo be in play for some of these others? I don't think Dabo's in play for the Arkansas job. Maybe LSU. Maybe if Lane goes to LSU, he would be in play for Florida at that point, or possibly Oxford. But
you mentioned the timeline.
I think he's smart enough to stay away from Auburn.
Yeah, you're hoping for the time because you and down the road thinks he's going to get that Alabama job, or at least he's hoping to get that Alabama job. So it's Tuesday, November the 18th. If you had to pinpoint when you think Arkansas is going to have their head coach by December, I mean, are we saying like a couple days after Black Friday, or
I'm going to say December afternoon of December 1st. Press conference the 2nd. Roll him out there on the 3rd for the Louisville game.
Yep.
That's that's the timeline Colton had laid out, right?
You have to find somebody soon, because you were the first SEC job to open. You've been sitting there for weeks, just sort of kicking your feet. Everybody's kind of opened up around you, and you're not, top pickings for everybody. So you have to get this locked up before you turn the calendar over as soon as possible.
If you don't have a candidate at this point that says, offer me the job and I'll take it, and it may not be the sexiest hire, it may not be the name that's going to wow anybody, but you better have someone you can pull the trigger on. When you've lost option A and B, you better have a C or a D in your hip pocket that has already assured you, offer me the job and I'll take it.
See,
you do have that with Bobby. I mean, he's got him.
I'm thinking someone other than Bobby at this point. You better have that option with.
Okay. So now you even think beyond Petrino than what you currently have?
I don't think Petrino's getting this job.
Even if they beat Texas this weekend in Austin?
I don't think Petrino's getting this job.
That's not gonna move the needle. It's not enough. I mean, if there was anything to hang on to for this season, beating Texas in a normal year would be great. This is going to be awesome. We'll play that highlight reel forever. If they beat him this year, the tape of this game will be lost to the ages, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I did appreciate the level of emphasis he's been talking. I mean, he mentioned it even past the LSU game, like immediately after, just what this game means.
I guess what stands out more to me than anything is when I was here and I used to have a fantasy camp, and the guys that would come there and tell the stories about the games, and not just the win but the loss, and how they weren't over it yet. So you knew that it was huge when they weren't over that loss yet.
What do you think the Bobby Petrino fantasy camp used to cost back in like 2008 or 2009?
Probably hundreds, not thousands.
It's gone up significantly.
I think Cal's deal's a little more expensive for the basketball fantasy camp.
I was going to say Cal's, if I remember correctly, was a couple $1,000s, right? Or it might have been $5, if I remember that.
You had
right.
to be invited.
Yes.
You didn't just sign up, so. You had to be on the list.
Little different back then. I wonder do you think Petrino yelled at you like he does?
Well, then it wouldn't be the full fantasy.
I hope so. If you pay that much money, I want the full
Yeah,
treatment.
Absolutely. Hey, maybe he can get out and motivate some people for the turkey run brought to you by Mercy, presented by Cherokee Casino and Ware Construction Management. You guys want to run in the 5K Thanksgiving morning?
No.
All right. If anyone out there does, I've got a couple of entries. This will save you, $30. Off the entry fee. You get a T-shirt, you get a medal, and if you win your division, you get a pie. I mean, you're running for pie. Do it for the pie. All right, so call us now, 877-377-6963. If you or someone in your family would like to be in the turkey run Thanksgiving morning at 8 a.m., we'll get you fixed up and give you a free entry into the turkey run with Mercy. All right, so do that now, 877-377-6963. We'll give a few of those away. That's the Mercy Turkey Run. Do it for the pie, Thursday, November 27th at 8 a.m.
JT Not Spreads, let's just give Drink $13 million and announce it on November 29th, right after the Arkansas-Missouri game. I think they might be the victors in that one. Hour 2 coming up. Tom Murphy's going to join us here on a Talk of the Town Tuesday.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. All this month, take advantage of huge discounts on our road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Right now, someone in a Hardee's kitchen is about to warm up your winter with the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Charbroiled 100% Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American cheese melting on our soft, buttery sourdough. And our new grilled cheese breakfast sandwich with sausage or bacon and a fried egg. Cozy up to the goodness of the new grilled cheese bacon burger and breakfast sandwich. For a limited time, only at Hardee's. Cinnamon Raisin Biscuits are back. Unwrap them while you can. Only for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Hey guys, this November, put down the razor and pick up the cause. It's No Shave November with the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation, raising awareness and funds to fight prostate cancer right here in our state. Grow your beard, share your progress with hashtag NoShaveAPCF, and encourage your friends or coworkers to join in. Every dollar raised stays in Arkansas, helping men get free screenings, education, and support. Join the movement today at arprostatecancer.org.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty. Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at KeepArkansasBeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon, upper 70s to near 80. Decrease in the cloud cover tonight. And overnight low will drop down to upper 40s. Limited sunshine, a few isolated showers on Wednesday. A high, low 70s north near 80 south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grant Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. From the Bushlight Studios, this is ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
Are you sure this is legal? I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
Coach, do you consider this a trap game after the disappointing loss Saturday? The Aggies looming the day after Thanksgiving.
It's a scary game. Yeah.
How do you motivate this week?
Yeah, I think it's a very scary game because this is a very dangerous Arkansas team, and we addressed that with the team this morning. You put up their last 5 games, the score of all those games, and like I said, 23-22, I think, versus LSU. The Auburn game, Auburn gets a late score to make it 34, I think 23, something like that. A&M's 45-42, Mississippi State's 38-35, Tennessee is 34-31. So they got their attention real quick. You turn the tape on, it catches their attention real quick. But I think the other side of it is, man, we're restoring a great rivalry. And it's first time for Arkansas to be back at DKR in quite some time. And so I know our guys are excited about that too. They've had to go there twice now, and they know what that environment was like. So for them to come here and to play in DKR, I know our guys are excited about the opportunity. But we need to be careful. I'll definitely say that.
Live from the Bushlight Studios.
Produced by Colton Little.
That's a guy that has a winning pedigree.
With Ty Richardson.
Not leads, double-digit leads.
And Tommy Kraft.
He is just such a jackwagon, it appears.
This is the Morning Rush.
All right, before we get to our buddy Tom Murphy on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, Tommy, what has been the most painful loss of this season? Sark just kind of went over them there, and I'm looking at the schedule in front of me right now. I had a chance to maybe change the season ahead with that win against Ole Miss, which you fell by 6. We know what happened in Memphis where you scored 3 points. What's been the most painful? What's been the most irritating, painful? To lump it all together.
Probably Mississippi State, because when you look at all the games and the opponents and who has a number to the left of their name and who doesn't, man, you felt like if you couldn't beat Mississippi State, you couldn't find a way to get past those guys. How do you beat those teams with numbers to the left of their name?
I think there's there's a variety of different answers you can take, but I'll go back to the LSU game this past weekend, where 80% of the time when you block a punt and recover it and take it to the house, you win the game.
Yeah.
You're up 14-0. Your defense holds the Tigers to 23 points. Like you said, if you would have said, well, you get a special teams touchdown, the defense holds them to 23, you win, I would bet my house on the Razorbacks winning. So
probably the most painful way you lost would be Memphis.
Memphis is my answer.
And Memphis is the most painful way.
Because once that happened, you knew the season was going to be.
Most frustrating or the maddest loss was Notre Dame.
Yeah. when we left at halftime. Yeah, that was.
They didn't give me a reason to stay. Tom Murphy would have left if he could, but he's a professional. he couldn't do that. Hey, before we get to Tom, I want to tell you about Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. The push for the playoffs in college football and the NFLs. How about them Cowboys? Them Cowboys with a win last night over the Raiders. Get all the action for Thursday night football, for college football over the weekend, for the NFL this coming weekend, all with the Oaklawn Sports app. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And new and existing customers can get a 10% profit boost on 3-leg parlays and same-game parlays. Earn a profit boost of up to 10% when the odds are plus 1,000 or more. It's all with the Oaklawn Sports app. Download it now in the Apple or Google Play Store. Bet with Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
We got something called beef. B-E-E-F.
This hour of the Morning Rush is presented by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Tom.
Got a chance to see the professional this weekend, Hog Sports and Arkansas Democrat Gazette, Tom Murphy. And Tom, I'll go right into one of the questions that we were asking about earlier, Braylon Russell's status. You asked Coach Petrino a follow-up to it this weekend. How important is it for Arkansas's offense to get him back for the matchup against Texas?
Good morning, guys. It's certainly been. Oh, you talking about meeting in the press box, me and you, and eating the post-game sausage?
Oh yeah.
And the pregame grits, that was good too.
I walk over with the to-go box, Tommy, and Tom's like, "Where'd you get that?" And I was like, "Man, they got 50 of them back there, and it's good old Cajun food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grits and
good.
sausage, huh?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
crawfish sauce maybe. It was delightful. Sorry, Tom, didn't
It
mean to
was.
get you sidetracked.
That sounded like the
No.
best part of the day, maybe.
It was.
I'm the one who got a sidetrack. No, Braylon Russell's certainly been a great complimentary back. He's gotten a lot of tough yards between the tackles, and as much as Bobby Petrino likes Cam Settles and thinks he's going to be a great player, there was an opening on his carry the other day, and I think he tripped over Taylor Green's foot. And if he keeps his footing, that's probably a touchdown there. And does that change the course of the game? Yeah, probably it does, because 2 plays later, Green gets stuffed on the 4th and inches, and they don't get a touchdown out of that drive. So, having Braylon Russell would be back. Apparently, it was a weird deal. He ran into a teammate in practice and went into concussion protocol, and you have to pass all the stuff before you can get out of it.
Well, one of the 3 things Coach Petrino has already stressed in this game, you heard Steve Sarkisian talking about in our open, is just this rivalry. I mean, he mentioned it even after the LSU game, Tom. I think you might have asked him about it. Mentioned a fantasy camp yesterday. Do you think that he's going to be able to convey the importance of it to these players that honestly don't know how historic this rivalry is?
Well, I mean, they're going to present. I'm sure they're going to get clips from the game of the century and President Nixon being here, and how the Arkansas players involved in that. I mean, Coach Broyles, that stayed with him the rest of his life, losing that game. So it's a big deal, and older fans, obviously, it means a lot more. Today's kids, I mean, you can present it to them, and they can say, yeah, we got it. But I just don't know how much of a motivational factor it is. But I do think they will understand that the longtime fan has invested a lot in the meaning of this game, and then they'll probably show the rushing the field after the win in 2021, and that'll mean something to them for sure.
Tom Murphy with us, brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Tom, we kind of spoke on this last week, and the answer wasn't against LSU, but is there a moment this team, with all it's endured and now 8 losses in a row and no SEC wins, do you see any letting go of the rope in the future, or do you think they hold in there for all 10 games?
That's what's so crazy about this team, because I've covered teams in the past where you could just feel it. I covered some Alabama teams back in the day that when their hopes for a big season and then their hopes for a bowl drained away, there wasn't a lot of effort there. But you can just kind of tell. It's hard to be mad at these guys because they are trying. And I think when you look at the big picture, you see that Arkansas just did not get in enough players on defensively to be impact guys. I mean, if you took position by position and said how many of these guys rank in the top half of the SEC at their spot, I mean, Quincy Rhodes would fall into that category, but who else? I mean, maybe Xavier Story Jr. or somewhere around the middle, maybe Julian Neal. But we're not talking about a bunch of guys who are impact players. The teams they're playing, LSU, they had a bunch of guys like that. Monsieur Delane, they tried him, and he broke up a pass for Sharp, or 2 passes for Sharp. He had the pick. And, I mean, impact guys. Texas has a bunch of impact guys. So long-winded answer to say it's hard to be mad at them because they are trying. And since they've already, put forth the effort we saw at LSU, a good chance to win the game, I don't see why that will go away, particularly when the last 2 games are a big rivalry game and then another trophy game at home to try to at least salvage something. So I think we're going to see good effort out of these last 2 games.
These last 3 or 4 ball games, what's going on here? Is the defense getting better and the offense is struggling, or is it simply that you're playing teams that have good defenses and their offenses aren't quite as good as their defense? What's your analysis of why maybe the offense has struggled the last few games to get the number of points we have seen earlier in the year on the board, and how the defense, holds a team like LSU to 23 points, but the team still loses? What's your thoughts on how the last 3 or 4 weeks and why it's played out the way it has?
Well, that's a good question. And I think it's a blend of what everything you just talked about, meaning The offenses for Auburn and Mississippi State and LSU, they're not great offenses.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think Arkansas's defense has gotten better. I mean, I think the tackling's gotten a little bit better. Coverage, even though there was times, when LSU really needed to get some drives going where, they had big plays open. The 3rd and 10 that went for 21 yards comes to mind, and then the big scramble by Michael Van Buren. But on the other side of the ball, though, look back, possession by possession in these games. You have the 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter against Auburn in a game that's still winnable, right there on their plate for them to take it. You have the penalties against Mississippi State, including 2 on offense that blew up their last drives in the fourth quarter and put them behind the chains. There was a little bit more of that against LSU, but then you have the pick from the 9-yard line, and you have inability to score from the 1. And so all those add up in games that are going to be tight. I told guys, I'm going to pat myself on the back just a little. I told Taylor Zarger, who I go way back with him in Mobile, Alabama, and then Matt Stimscombe, we were talking before the game how it might play out. I said, guys, mark my word, you're going to remember I said this late in the fourth quarter. If Arkansas can't get to 24 points, they're not going to win this game. And if Starzik had made that field goal, they would have gotten to 25 points, and they would have had a chance. They would have had a lead, and who knows what happens on LSU's last drive. But they couldn't get to 24 points. And so they've got to be able to maximize their drives better on offense because the defense is holding teams a little bit more. And then Texas, I know they're getting better offensively, but they've had their struggles this year. They don't rank near the top in a lot of offensive categories in the league.
Tiger Bay points out that their tailback slid at the 5 to run out the clock. Otherwise, it's a 30-22.
I'd love to argue with Tiger Bait on that, guys, but he's
right.
He's 100% right.
Oh man,
Well, obviously, hey, but guys, that was a smart move.
Oh, unbelievable!
Scores it, and they kicked the extra point. It's an 8-point game, and you've given Arkansas plenty of time to go down there.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think in the back of my head, if Arkansas was in that situation, that whoever would have won would have just ran in the end zone, not think about that. Tom Murphy's with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. It's always brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Tom, I know there were some issues this morning across several different apps and websites. I was trying to read the recent piece you did with Pat Fitzgerald, but some stuff was giving me some issues. Can you just kind of update us? I know that's a name that's been tossed out recently, former Northwestern coach, and I think you might have some intel on that.
Well, I mean, CBS Sports wrote that Arkansas had interviewed Fitzgerald, and so to me that makes sense. I mean, you want to get a broad swath. There was plenty of lead up to this hire. You want to get a broad swath, defensive guys, offensive guys, former head coaches, and all that kind of stuff. Fitzgerald settled his lawsuit with Northwestern. Granted, his last couple of teams there weren't good, but if you look at the mold, so to speak, a guy who had done more with less, which if you're Arkansas, yeah, there might be an influx of cash, but I don't think they're going to get in the top, upper reaches of the SEC in spending in this cycle. So a guy who has proven that he has done more, led his team to bowl games, and I think he's got 2 division titles in the Big Ten, then it makes sense. Defensive-minded guy. I mean, it reminds some of people of Brett Bielema, a big dude, played in the Big Ten, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, it makes sense, and I think they've talked to a bunch of coaches in the American Conference. Y'all know the names there, and then even maybe some coordinators and older coaches. Ed Orgeron, for instance, late last week, people reported that, and we confirmed that they had talked to Ed Orgeron. So otherwise, it's been a pretty quiet search. Hunter has done a good job, and I think it's just, details and a lot of information has not come out.
Tom, on that note, you know what it kind of reminds me of is the transfer portal. Eric Musselman had his staff reach out to a lot of guys, gauge a lot of guys, but that didn't necessarily mean that Arkansas was 100% gung-ho on bringing that kid to campus. Is that kind of in the same line of thinking where just because you make contact with someone or at least, hey, what do you think about this job? I mean, coaches get asked about jobs all the time, right? Is that kind of a similar thought process there with the transfer portal and how Mush used to do it?
Yeah, that makes sense to me, Ty, because when you're interviewing a coach, you're not you want to find out what's your interest level. How excited are you? In the case of Fitzgerald, how excited to get back into coaching? How motivated? What do you understand of the current NIL game? Because it's changed even since 2023, the summer before he was fired. You know, what connections might you have to the South? What kind of staff could you put together? What's your current offensive philosophy? There's a lot to be gleaned from an interview, and so it makes total sense. And I think ultimately you get a sense of how intrigued that person is by your job opening, and so I think it's due diligence on Hunter's part to do that.
Tom, we'll leave it there, man. Good stuff. I will talk more about this upcoming Texas matchup on Thursday with you. Appreciate your time as always.
Outstanding. Talk to y'all then.
All right, Tom Murphy with us each Tuesday, brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. A few things in life are more important than showing up, so whether you show up for family, friends, or teammates, doesn't hurt to bring along a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
All right, we do it every week about this time on a Tuesday following our conversation with Tom Murphy. Colton has a couple different things going on in Arkansas. Give you an update on the talk of the town. We've got some new gadgets and gizmos that he's put together as well. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Hang on, let me get my seatbelt on here.
I love this town. I love the winter. And the word around town says, I love this place. It's a very small town.
Wonder what's really going on in your neck of the woods? It's time for Talk of the Town Tuesday on the Morning Rush. Here's Colton Little with today's top stories.
Alrighty, gentlemen, time for it again. Look, I have turned over every stone and searched under every little rock. I've searched every bald knob. And I found the best flipping stories around. This is the talk of the town. Thank you.
Thank you. Arkansas? Or just...
Yeah, I mean, all of them, just all of them. Yeah, I had
Did you
three.
hear the three of them he used?
Yeah, I know. Flipping.
Yeah, thank you.
Arkansas, yeah.
Anyway, fellas, we're actually going to jump outside of the state of Arkansas for just a second. We're going to go to one of our bordering states because everybody knows the Arkansas state motto is, Tommy?
The natural state.
No, that's the state nickname.
The land of opportunity?
No, it's actually regnant populus, which Ty, our Latin correspondent here, that means. Thank you. It means the people rule is what regnant populus means. But the unofficial state motto of Arkansas is, thank God for Mississippi.
Oh.
Otherwise, you'd be ranked 50 out of 50th and everything. And so we go there because according to a press release from a Rankin County Sheriff's Department, there was a football coach. Instead of breaking an offense's will, he was actually breaking bad. They found 13 one-pound bags of bad stuff, 7-pound bags of other bad stuff I can't mention on the air. But this coach was selling. He was dealing. It was bad. Bad deal. But he was the defensive coordinator for the Murrah High School Mustangs, the football team who concluded their season last week. And, fellas, we're going to go ahead and have you guess their record right here because when your defensive coordinator has got a job like that, you think that there might be some maybe good or some bad football happening during that season. So, Ty, I'll have you guess their record first because you are our defending mayor of the Morning Rush here. So your options are, A, did they finish at a respectable 6-5? A very, very good 10-1 on the season, and they're fighting for playoff contention, or do they finish at an abysmal 1-10 on the season?
You're never selling if you're 6-5. It's either really high or really low. So I'm gonna go high. What'd you say? The 10-1.
10-1.
I'll say 10-1.
Guess. All right, Tommy, your guess
agree.
is 6-5.
It's not 6-5. So I only get the other two, right? 6-5. What was the other one?
1-10 or 10-1. Ty picked 10-1.
All right, so I'm left with the 1-10, I guess. They wouldn't. Well, hang on. They wouldn't have made the playoffs. So I guess 6-5 is the only answer that makes sense.
I never mentioned that they made the playoffs.
Well, I mean, it's 11 games. I'm just assuming a high school team would have 10 regular season games. So
you're fine. So what's your guess?
6-5.
No. And Ty, what was your guess?
I said the
10-1. You're both wrong, fellas. They finished at a very lowly 1-10 on the season. Look, when you're doing that kind of
11
stuff.
games?
Yeah, 11 games in the season. I don't know.
It's in Mississippi.
It's Mississippi. I don't know.
That's true. They're not good at math.
I don't ask the questions. Hey, this one's for all my 70s and 80s babies out there. This one's for you guys, all right? All the people out there that were being serenaded and stimulated in the back of a station wagon someday. You get to maybe re-experience some of that because, hey, Leonard Skinner and Foreigner are coming back to the AMP this year in 2026 as a part of the Synchrony Concert Series. The last of the 19 stops across North America confirmed for the Double Trouble Double Vision Tour. Now, of course, Ty is our resident expert here on all things 80s and pop culture. Which of the following is not a song by Leonard Skinner or Foreigner? Your options
you're gonna
are
win this one, Tommy.
A,
I don't know.
Hot Blooded, B, Tuesday's Gone, or C, If This Is It.
Oh, gosh. Tuesday's Gone is the theme of Dazed and Confused, and I'm 99% sure that is. So I'll go, and what are the first and the last?
A, Hot Blooded, or C, If This Is It.
I'm going to say that one, If This Is It.
If This Is It. Tommy, which of the
Hot-blooded.
following? Hot-blooded. You say hot-blooded? Well, you guys are not on it today.
It is?
So the following. So wait. Question. Ty, you said "See If This Is It" is not one of the songs, correct?
Correct.
Ty, you win. I got a little confused right there. So Ty has a 1-point lead
All
right
right.
now. All right, fellas, we're coming down to this.
I think the question was taken was twisted. The question was confusing.
Okay. Are you going to complain about it or
No,
not?
I'm
Okay.
not.
All right, fellas. Last one right here we got. All right. You guys hear about the bird flu? I mean, they do it all the time, but
Yeah.
this is serious.
This
It's
is gonna raise the
avian,
cost
it's
of chicken?
avian influenza. Okay,
Yeah.
a case of bird flu detected in a backyard flock in Mississippi County. The Secretary of Agriculture, Wes Ward, said it's a highly contagious, and he urges all poultry growers to be vigilant to stop the spread. It kills 75 to 100% of infected chickens. So if you're growing chickens out there and turkeys right now during the Thanksgiving season, make sure to get them tested for bird flu. It's very serious. But since 2022, how many cases have been reported in the state of Arkansas? Is it A, 18, B, 43, or C, 29? Tommy will give you a chance to tie it up.
Jeez, I'm total guess here. 29.
Tommy says 29.
I'm gonna go low and say 18.
Ty, you are the winner
All
of today,
right.
man. Congratulations.
Hear ye, hear ye.
2 weeks in a row. All right, name your rule in effect for the rest of the morning rush today.
Okay, the next two segments, Tommy, you have to open up both segments by saying, to open up the next two segments, the Honorable Ty Richardson presiding over this show. Please proceed.
All rise.
Yeah, all rise. Please proceed, Your Honor.
One more time, just so Tommy knows
All right,
exactly
so-
what to
Do you
say.
have this written out on a card for me to read?
I
may need a script.
I can give you what I wrote down.
I may change some of the words.
To open up the SEC update, which I usually play a highlight, but you're going to open it up, then I'll play the highlight. And then to open up the final segment of the show, our CJ's Trivia Tuesday question, you're going to say, to open this segment, the Honorable Ty Richardson presiding. All rise. Please proceed, Your Honor.
Wow.
Hope I can remember that word for word. If not, I'll just do my best. I may have to substitute a few words in there. All right, Talk of the Town, brought to you by one of the places that got some of the best taste of the town, Arts Barbecue and Burgers. Getting ready for Thanksgiving and also getting ready for another big weekend of college football with their smoked brisket queso, perfect for the Arkansas-Texas game. Call and get yours for your home gate reserved, 452-2550. Or at Arts, you can stop in, watch the game at Arts this weekend and get some of those beers that are on special, $1 off burgers. You can try the sloppy pig, all of that this Saturday for the Arkansas-Texas game. Smoked brisket queso, a flavor explosion, only at Arts Barbecue and Burgers, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's. That's Arts Barbecue and Burgers.
So the Razorbacks game time has been moved. We'll tell you about that. Plus, get back into some of the Lane Kiffin reports as well. And the Razorbacks not the only fan base that's angry about rivalry weekend. All that's coming up here. Talk of the Town Tuesday rolls on next.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Yeah, but I remember it. Thanks. Appreciate it. I won't sleep all week.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hey, Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, Sawyers-sunrooms.com.
The
Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back, and it's still bigger and better than any chicken sandwich out there. More chicken strips, more Monterey Jack cheese smothered in buffalo and ranch, all on a 5-inch bun. There's so much crispy, cheesy, saucy goodness, you may find yourself speechless when someone asks what's your favorite part. Not because you can't find the words, just because it's hard to talk when your mouth's full with this much deliciousness. The Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. What a burger.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all. DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at precisiondoornwa.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally holds the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All rise. The forgettable Ty Richardson presiding over this segment, please.
Thank you, Bailiff.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on the Morning Rush here on a Talk of the Town Tuesday. Bobby Petrino and the Arkansas offense, tough task ahead. Texas ranks in the top 15 in a lot of categories. Here's what he had to say about the Longhorn Steed this week.
Yeah, they got those two edge players that are really good. The linebacker that's a special player. Number 0, played against us last year. He knows the game. One of the best corners in the country. So they got really good players. They're well coached. They do a lot of different things, and they mix it up on you.
You think about your recent games, and let's put the Mississippi State game aside. Auburn, mediocre offense, really good defense, and LSU, mediocre offense, really good defense. Texas kind of fits that same mold. I mean, you've got some weapons you're going to have to deal with, including Ronnie's little brother, Ryan. That's a stud. But kind of same.
That Niblick guy back there that returns the punch, you better not kick it to him.
Just don't even, Devin, just kick it out of bounds. don't even kick it to him like you're talking about. But kind of similar type of mold once again heading into this game in Austin this weekend.
Yeah, and you wonder, do you get on the bus, to get on the plane, to get off the bus, to go to the hotel, to go to the stadium? Do you believe you can win the game? I mean, you've been close. You've lost these games, but this team clearly doesn't have the killer instinct, doesn't have the ability to close. It's like you on a Friday night. I mean, can't close the deal.
Hey!
Does this team believe they can win? I don't have the answer. You don't have the answer. But do they believe they can win, or do they, because they keep finding ways to lose painfully close?
I think you have the answer. It's the previous 8 games. And you could take Notre Dame out 7 of the last 8. The proof's in the pudding. And I hope I'm proven wrong this Saturday. I felt like LSU was going to win this last weekend and Arkansas was going to cover. That's exactly what happened. I think Arkansas, what's the line at right now? Is it gone down or gone up when it opened? I think it opened at 10.5. I don't know if it's gone down or gone up in favor of the Razorbacks, but it's one of those things that I think Arkansas keeps it within single digits, but they don't find a way. But we've also been talking about, man, after another heartbreaking loss, is the team finally let go of the rope. I think that the question also resides in what the kids in Austin are thinking. Like, there's a very small, minimal chance that they make the college football playoff. That roster's getting paid an absurd amount of money. So what's their mentality heading in that game this weekend, in the addition to the one you just laid out?
So, I mean, Texas probably still feels like they got plenty to play for. They need help everywhere else, but they've got to win this game and beat A&M, and maybe with some help they get in. But they lose this game, and there's no further discussion.
I do think Texas wins in College Station next weekend, regardless of what happens ahead in Austin. I just think they're gonna. Texas A&M hasn't played anyone this season. When you look at the bottom feeders, unfortunately, and we're in that list that they played outside of Notre Dame. Keeping the SEC update going, Lane Kiffin, a lot of reports. He's been recently, or his family, I should say, has been in Baton Rouge and also Gainesville. There's a report out there that LSU's trying to make him the highest paid coach in college football. Apparently, there's another report out there that he's been given a deadline. What is the most believable report of those 3 or 4?
That Ole Miss has given him a deadline.
You
that
think
they're willing to extend, by the way. So,
and that's to your point. They can.
We're giving you an ultimatum, but if you don't meet this ultimatum, this deadline, we're going to talk about you getting it done the next week.
I don't even know who their interim coach would be. Maybe Pete Golding.
You're talking about after the regular season?
Yeah, if they said and Lane was like, I haven't decided yet, and they're like, okay, we're moving on. You gonna throw Pete Golden in there, the coach of the team? You gonna throw in Charlie Watts Jr. to coach the team? Like, come on. If that's why I don't.
To me, if Ole Miss makes the playoff, that settles it, right?
But you're saying if they don't make the playoff?
Either way, right? Do you really see Lane leaving the team and going to because LSU's going to hire a coach that comes in there by December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, somewhere in that neighborhood, right? Because you got to get busy on the portal, you got to get busy on putting a staff together, you got to get busy securing the early signing period for high school kids. I mean, there's lots of work to be done, and you can't stay behind and coach your team even in a playoff. Agree? Mm-hmm. There's no other way. If you're LSU, you can't. That's non-negotiable. Got to have a coach that's on board now, today. Are you willing to not coach in the playoff?
Do me a favor. Look up exactly. I know the portal starts after that first week, exactly when that portal opens up.
Players can enter, but, there's no, January 2nd's but the evaluations, figuring out needs.
2-week period.
There's a whole bunch of stuff's got to get done over 30 days' time. Arkansas couldn't afford to have a coach that, hey, just get here when you get here. When you're done coaching, get here. You can't afford that take.
Portal in January opens January 2nd through the 16th.
16th, okay. I thought it was
when
2
can
weeks.
Players start entering their names?
You can do it anytime if you're a graduate. If you're an undergrad, that's
when you enter.
When you enter.
But it's going to be well known before then. I mean, wink, wink.
Well, you got players that they'll indicate to On3 or 24/7 or someone else, hey, this person is planning on entering the portal. They either stay with their team, or as soon as that portal opens, they'll hop on, depending on what the college football playoff implications look like for each team.
But if you're LSU, you're not waiting till Ole Miss has exited the playoffs
to hire
a coach.
Mm-hmm. And I'll go back to the example I pointed out.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I just really think the best move for Lane Kiffin is stay put in Oxford until this situation in Tuscaloosa plays itself out. Does anyone really believe Kalen DeBoer is going to be there a decade? No. Just hang tight. Couple 3 more years. You're doing just fine. That's the job you want. You want to wait it out for.
Mm-hmm.
But why is he still making a sideshow out of it? Like, why?
Is
it just because it's literally just because that's who he is? Because he's making a sideshow out of it because he can? But if you're Ole Miss, are you not going to be tired of this? Because every single year, he's going to be a big name because Ole Miss is not the same type of program as the other programs in this league. Sure, they're winning, but I mean, 60,000 fans is the most they can get in a stadium there at Oxford.
Think Derek D. Keith Carter's getting any sleep these next few nights prior to the Egg Bowl? One of the other elements I thought about, and let's say that Lane Kiffin had chosen to end up in Fayetteville rather than Oxford years ago, is you would be in the same situation, but I would take a 54-19 record these last 5.5 years. And even if he was contemplating leaving Fayetteville, I would take that in a heartbeat. Razorbacks will play the Missouri Tigers at 2:30 next weekend on the SEC Network instead of the originally scheduled 5 to 7 night game. First time since '94, according to Matt Jones, that you have not played a night game in Fayetteville. The Razorbacks not the only one that are a little ticked off. South Carolina and Clemson are playing on the SEC Network instead of ABC because the Gamecocks stink, and the Clemson Tigers also are not that good either, even though they did beat Louisville this past weekend, which I was hoping they would lose, so my thoughts about Dabo Swinney could become more of a reality, even though they're not.
That it? Is that all for the SEC update?
Yeah, unless you want to add something.
No, I think that's where we're at, Your Honor. That's the SEC update. It is brought to you by the Fence Man. 782-3936 is the number. You can call for a custom quote for your custom project. And I use the word custom because they don't mind doing something that's different and unique to make your home look great, whether it's the way the fence is trimmed out, the height it's built, the slope it's built on, the materials it's built out of. Ask about aluminum fencing. A little bit more on the front end, but you never have to worry about rot or paint or any of the things that they can do to make your fence look great and last a lifetime. 782-3936. Call and ask for Brandon or the Fence Man, and they'll be on their way to give a quote. 782-3936, or go to thefencemanAR.com.
Mike in Van Buren says, my head can barely fit through the door now with the ego that keeps inflating.
Ooh, that is no joke.
Chip and Rogers asking this question. I want y'all's take on this. Feels like that Taylor Green has regressed badly since Bobby Petrino has taken on the head coach role. Your thoughts on that? I don't think he's regressed.
I think he's played better defenses.
Yeah, and the caliber of competition. So in the games that Sam Pittman was the head coach, were the first 5, Alabama A&M, Arkansas State, Ole Miss, which has a good, not great defense, Memphis, there's no excuse for scoring 3 in the second half. And then Notre Dame, that just the whole team played terrible. I mean, you put 31 on Tennessee, 42 on A&M, which is and
you played against maybe the best running back in the country that day, too. So, I mean, Notre Dame's ground game, we just couldn't stop it.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn, there's no excuse for what they did against Auburn. Mississippi State played solid. I wouldn't say played great. LSU, didn't play great there. He's going to have some heroics this week in Austin if they have any chance to win. I mean, with Texas being, I know that their offense is not great, and I know Arkansas's defense has played better, but I point to the maybe the offenses they've gone up against in Auburn and LSU. I would think you got to, I mean, Tom said 24 by LSU. What do you got to score this weekend? 30 plus to beat Texas?
They haven't been doing that lately.
You have to value the football, and that's something he's not done since he's been here.
That's what's going to hurt his NFL stock.
Just not
He'll get a chance. He's going to get a chance either as a late draft pick or as an undrafted free agent. He's going to get a chance, but you can't turn the ball over the way he has And it's not just at Arkansas. You go back, I mean, he's got to clean that up if he's going to have a chance to play a long time for money as a pro.
Which Bobby Petrino said last week that he feels like he has the capability to do that. I think we feel differently about him, though, if he has any defense whatsoever.
But let me ask you this. We say all these things. If we could wave a magic wand and he could get one more year of eligibility, would you take him?
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about all these turnovers and the fumbles and the woes, but you'd move heavens and earth to have him back for one more year if it was possible.
It's the fear of the unknown with KJ Jackson, who's behind him. You've got Grayson Wilson. I think Trevor Jackson still has eligibility, but you don't know what that looks like moving forward at all.
Hey, skip the razor and grow for a reason. Join No Shave November with the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation. Help raise awareness for men's health in Arkansas. You can sign up today at arprostatecancer.org.
Razorback basketball back in action last night. Cal, pretty straightforward on the game this weekend.
You know what's great about video? It does not lie. Woo!
Not a fan of how his team finished that game, 79-75 over Samford, trying to bounce back and blow out Winthrop tonight. 7 o'clock, we'll have it for you here on all these ESPN Arkansas stations, plus hitthatline.com and our Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. Chuck and Z courtside beginning at 6:30 tonight. Winthrop, you said this yesterday, and you're right. I mean, I feel like that most of the time I see like a 14, 15, 16 seed, it's Winthrop more often than not on
I didn't print
on the
game
NCAA
notes.
tournament.
It's probably on there for tonight, but I bet if you look at their history, they've made it more than they haven't in the last 10 years. Run that through chat or something. Give me a number on that, Colton. I didn't print the game notes, but they're seems like they're perennially in there.
Do you have we talked about maybe before the season, you've kind of got a sense of this team. Do you have a favorite player on the Arkansas roster?
I like watching Brazil play.
Trevin, TB.
I'd like it to be Pringle. I like him to play to a level that, but they got to get the ball more, and he's got to score it when he gets it.
Mm-hmm.
The bigs have not played at the level you're going to have them perform at in January and February.
Well, so for me, and I see some similarities, not just because they're left-handed, but because of just how they play. It's Billy Richmond.
We've had up here tonight 3 or 4 people say, you're my favorite player. So Billy Richmond, everybody.
I know Cal was very complimentary of him after the game against Samford, kind of getting them going. And I think it was a 12-0 run against the Bulldogs. And he's never going to score. I say never. He's probably not going to score 20-plus in a game. But if you remember like Devo his freshman year and even in his sophomore year, I know he shot the ball a lot more from 3. Billy's already made more 3-point attempts than he did all of freshman year. He just expanded his game, and we've seen that a little bit. I don't know if he's necessarily going to be a starter, but he's a guy that you love bringing off the bench because you feel like you're going to get energy from him night in, night out. You don't have to worry about Billy. What are you doing effort-wise? Come on. Go get a rebound. Go box out. Go play defense. That's never going to be that. And, again, he's not going to fill it up scoring-wise, but definitely is a huge part of this team and even a bigger role than he was as a true freshman last.
I think a lot of people, because of the turnover and Billy Richmond being a name you know, Carter Knox a name you know from last year, DJ Wagner a name you know, people are still getting familiar with some of these players, putting name and number together. So I think there's the fan base still doing that. This is another one of those games where you got to make the extra step, the extra effort to log in and watch. People will. The Duke game is when it really, I think, gets going and the fire really starts to spread in this state for basketball. Because everybody's at home, everybody's off work. It's going to be easily accessible. So I think the Duke game, if you can win that, this state's going to be on fire for basketball.
And last year, I believe it was the highest rated regular season game because of you just followed an NFL game. Mm-hmm. And Illinois is not the brand of Duke. So you've got Cal, which is a brand in itself, and you've got the Blue Devils, which is one of, if not the biggest brands in college basketball. So that combination, I would think might smash the record you had Illinois last year. And Arkansas wasn't ready at this time. I think you'll see a much better game than you saw against the Fighting Illini next Thursday in Chicago.
All right, our CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers trivia is coming up on the other side of our little timeout, and we'll get to that and give you a chance to win some CJ's in just a minute. Gaston's White River Resort continues to have great fishing fall weather. I was out for a walk this morning, short sleeve shirt, gym shorts. I mean, it was 65 degrees, beautiful. And the days are starting even more beautiful at Gaston's because you're on the White River, maybe a light jacket on that cool water, but great way to start the day. Fall foliage is great. So just to float down the river is worth the time in and of itself. And the fishing's great at Gaston's right now. Big rainbows, big browns are being caught. Yeah, the regulations are kind of temporarily changed to make sure the fishery is in great shape. But I'm telling you, right now is a wonderful time to be fishing on the White River. Lodges and cabins that fit your needs. They got 80 different ones, so they'll find one that fits your group's needs and what you want. Private kitchens in those, or you can dine in the restaurant 3 meals a day overlooking the White River. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
They got to our quarterback. We're going to have to protect the quarterback.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. All this month, take advantage of huge discounts on our road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Black Friday deals start now at Yeager's. Save $50 on the Stihl MS250 18-inch bar chainsaw, now only $379.99. Blackstone Iron Forged 2-burner outdoor griddle is $279.99. And Craftsman 9-gallon wet dry vac, now $59.99 after $20 instant savings. That's great Black Friday savings every day in November on hundreds of items at Yeager's. Order online and pick up in 15 minutes at all 5 Yeager's locations. Yeager's Ace Hardware. Real help, real savings.
At Hardee's, every Tuesday is now Tender Bender Tuesday. Right now, download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards. Buy 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, get 3 free. It's Tender Bender BOGO every Tuesday now through June 2026. This Tuesday, get 3 tenders, free. Next Tuesday, get them free. The Tuesday after that, you guessed it, free. Buy 3 tenders, get 3 free. Another great benefit for My Rewards members. Only at Hardee's. Registration and app required. Available for limited time at participating restaurants. See app for terms.
Are you an electrician that's looking for a smaller, non-corporate job? Well, I'm here in studio with Sloan Walker of Sloan Electric, starting 40, 45 hours a week, anywhere from $20 to $28 an hour, depending on the experience.
Yeah, that's all correct. We offer competitive pay. We have 6 paid major holidays. I'm working on some other benefits to go with those for my current employees and future employees. Best way to get in contact with me is just give me a phone call or text at 479-461-4302. Sloan Electric. We can power up together.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call your Shelter Insurance agent, Ryan Hughes, in Fort Smith.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty.
Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at keeparkansasbeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers? Those are good burgers, brother. Archer Burger, my God.
This is CJ's Trivia Tuesday, presented by CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers in Fayetteville and Russellville.
I got the shakes that'll make you quit. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the burgers that'll... Just the burgers.
When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best.
I remember looking up at the scoreboard and towards the end of the first quarter and going, 28 times 4 is what? Because it was bad. They just really got it. They had a really good quarterback who had a phenomenal year that year. And against us, he just hit everything.
Who was that quarterback for Texas back in 2008 as they ran you off the field 52-10? 877-377-6963. You can win a $25 CJ's Butcher Boy Burger gift card. We've got time today, so you've got to call. First one to call, Colin's going to pick up, give me your name, where you're living, and then we'll go right to you. 877-377-6963. Spencer, you're right, but you got to call in. Do you know who this is off the top?
Yeah.
You looked.
Well, that's who I thought it was.
Yeah. You think about, I listened to Mac Brown a little bit at the Touchdown Club yesterday in Little Rock. I'm always just curious what coaches said and kind of listen to his thoughts and perspective about the Arkansas job. But, man, that was, I think, week 4, if I remember that right, for Arkansas, and it just did not go. Colton, who we got?
Our good friend Ryan in Hot Springs.
Ryan, who is the quarterback back in 2008 that ran you off the field for the Texas Longhorns?
Colt McCoy.
That is correct. Hang on, we'll get you your gift card off air. Colt McCoy, part of that team that went to the national championship in 2009. I think Marcel Darius that clocked him in that game, and he ended up having to leave and not finish, and Garrett Gilbert came in for them. All right, that is your CJ's Butcher Boy Burger trivia. We give away a $25 gift card to CJ's every single Tuesday here on the Morning Rush. Best burgers, best fries, best shakes in all of Arkansas. 2 great locations in Russellville, the original, and the Fayetteville location. Keith's a big-time Hog fan and would love to see you at both of his locations. And make sure you get the fry sauce, always. Fries are even better now because they do them in beef tallow. They're already great, and now they're even better. CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best. Tommy, by the way, Cloudflare has resolved their global outage.
Good.
And services across the world.
So Cloudflare is a server. I looked this up that hosts. It's a server that hosts websites. So like when you place your site to be hosted somewhere, that's what went down. And a lot of those big name websites went down with it. So
just happy they're back.
Not how you want to be known.
No.
Hitthatline.com, unaffected.
Yeah, I looked this morning. It wasn't unaffected. What was the who got hacked years ago? Credit card company wise that gave up.
They all have been at some point. Yeah.
I feel like there was a major breach that I'm forgetting about.
Hey, brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. 25 locations across our state. Find one near you at myaglender.com. It's myaglender.com. They can help you with financing options that fit your needs, whether you're looking to remodel your current home or build a brand new one, or you've got an agricultural need that you need to do lending for. They can help you with all of that. That's myaglender.com. myaglender.com for Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
All right, good show today. Bud Light Morning Rush podcast with Tom Murphy will be out in just a bit. Coming up, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Halftime momentarily, plus Big C. We'll have you for the next 3 hours, followed by Ruskin and Zach. Razorback basketball, just a reminder, again, in action, 6:30 pregame tonight as they take on Winthrop. For Tommy Kraft and Colton Little, Ty Richardson, it's been a Talk of the Town Tuesday. We appreciate you listening. Now we're going to turn it over to the guys. Coming up with Halftime next.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hawk fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and Cutter and Buck, and just way too much stuff to mention here.